Welcome to Connections. I'm Jody Hildebrandt. So glad you're with us. If you're like me, you've had pain in your life. It could be from a divorce, work conflicts, relationship issues with children, grandchildren, spouse, anxiety, depression, or fear that you don't understand, feelings that you're not enough or that you're unlovable. Connections is the solution. You can change. You can experience feelings of being whole, centered, liberated, connected, empowered, and free. Come and see for yourself. There's something here for you.
Sounds great, right? Sounds great. People that need a little help, a little motivation, some counseling, some life coaching. We see it everywhere, but that's Jody Hildebrandt. And she had this company, Connections, still has it. Also a podcast, Moms of Truth. And there she is, Jody Hildebrandt, with her friend, Ruby Franke. And both women smiling and having a relatively successful little business that they had going. That's the before picture. Let me show you their after picture. It's a little more recent. Uh-oh. There's Jody and Ruby in a Zoom hearing, wearing the stripes, each charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse. The abuse was of Ruby Franke's children, and Ruby Franke, momfluencer, YouTube channel, 8 passengers. Maybe you've seen it, millions of followers, millions and millions of views. That whole YouTube channel went away. Then she started working with Jody Hildebrandt with the podcast. And then one day, one of Ruby's children, who was at Jody's house, escaped from the house, like a child escaping from the house. Why is a child escaping from the house? Well, that's what this whole case is about, the alleged abuse of this child who got away. 911 was called, and now Ruby and Jody, business partners, podcasters, now co-defendants for the abuse of Ruby's children. Now, there's a third person involved in all this, a friend and co-worker of Ruby Franke from this Connections outfit, who was actually watching some of the other children of Ruby Franke, okay? And once they find out, police investigate what's happening with the child who escaped from Jody Hildebrandt's house, they went to go check on and get the other children who were staying with this woman, Pam Botcher, and then police speak with her and they try to get more information, but they also reveal more information about what was happening inside that house where Ruby's child had to escape from. Let's take a look and a listen.
Hello, Pam. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm Officer Hawkins, American Fork Police Department.
Hi, sir.
So we had a agency assist out of St. George in Springville that we're just looking for. Okay. When you picked her up, what was the case? Did somebody ask you to pick her up, or did you just pick her up? What was going on?
Well, I'm having guests coming, and she came and did some cleaning for me.
As of right now, I'll just need you to give your phone to your husband.
Okay.
Okay. And as of this moment, you're going to be detained right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
what
is
does that mean?
there anything on you?
No.
Okay, perfect. Just put your hands in front of you, okay? Just gonna place you temporarily under arrest.
Wait.
I'll explain to you that
What are you guys doing?
I've explained this already. I'm being as courteous as I can.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call an attorney.
That's fine.
I don't know what's
Yeah, I don't even know what this is all about. Those are my friends' daughters.
Okay. So your friend's daughters then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is Ruby Franke's daughter.
Okay.
She's a friend of ours. She comes over and helps me every once in a while to do cleaning and stuff.
Okay. So this is what happened, okay? Her parents were in the situation of a child abuse allegation.
Okay.
DCFS made the report and went to the house and found children malnourished and locked in a safe. Okay?
In the safe?
In a safe.
So they've been here all day. We went to Rowley's farm and got Rolly's Red Barn and got ice cream at the Red Barn. And then we came here and we scrubbed the floors and vacuumed and made lunch, had BLTs, and we were going to go pick tomatoes and make salsa tonight.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we were doing tonight.
So just to make sure I'm understanding all this correctly, Ruby contacted you around noon and said that they had an
Yeah,
emergency.
around it. I don't know if that's
Or
exact.
that's your best guess.
So she had a family emergency.
And needed to pick up the girls.
Yeah, she said, would you mind watching the girls while I'm gone? Because she was leaving. I said, yeah, I could do that because I need some help cleaning.
Okay, and then did she say to bring them to your house for today and then take it back home tonight, or to keep them here for a couple days?
She didn't say. I was just planning on bringing them home tonight.
How did you start to know the family? How did you meet?
The Franke family?
Yeah.
Through a program called Connections.
Okay.
It's a kind of a life skills
Yeah.
type thing.
Okay. So tell me more about like when you first met them through the program, or not really know what the program is.
She was a coach.
Okay. What type of things do they do with the program?
It's like life skills. Like learning how to, it's like be honest, responsible, and humble. Those are those 3 pillars of their program.
Okay, so that woman, Pam Botcher, seemingly is some sort of a witness. They're getting information. They detained her. She wasn't arrested. She hasn't been charged with anything. But here we are. We just finished a trial down in Florida involving a boy who was locked in a box. And now, did you hear that line? That the children were locked in a safe? Children locked in a safe? What's going on in this world? Let's bring back in our think tank, still with us, Al Wunsch and Lori Murray. We just lost Darnell's signal for a second, but Al, we'll get him back. Trust me, we'll get him back for you. Don't worry. Okay, Lori, let me start with you, Lori. We just finished the trial of the boy in a box, and there was no reasonable explanation for that. Here we are now. We've got children locked in a safe. What's going on?
I have no words. I watched that case, the last trial, with horror. I am watching this one from afar with horror, and from women that are supposed to have a motherly instinct. I mean, how many children did this woman have? And then she's out there pretending to be a life coach. I don't understand it. I don't know whether we're just starting to find it, and maybe it's always been there. But I have no words. Children are like puppies. They're helpless. They rely on you. They look up to you. They're excited to see you. How you can kick one when they're down is beyond me.
Now, there's another twist in this story, and join us tomorrow night, because we're going to take a real deep dive and do an hour on this tomorrow night. That's what we're planning to do. But Al, I want you to watch this. So all along we've been wondering, well, what about the father? And apparently there was some sort of breakup between Ruby and her husband. But now we've got some body cam video of Ruby's husband, Kevin Franke, and apparently there's an issue with one of their older daughters now, I guess she's an adult, who took some stuff from the house, and he's trying to get her charged with a crime. Let's watch.
Yeah, explain to me again why this was not robbery.
Because it's a civil issue. You guys are family. She's been in the house before. You haven't been in the house in a year. She had interest in the items. She didn't take them with the intention to deprive you of them. So theft, that's the theft code. We have to prove intent to deprive you of the items. And that wasn't her intent in having them. So the detective sergeant said that we're not going to charge her for anything.
Okay. I'll have to do some more research on that.
You're welcome to do that. If you want to follow up with our detective, do so.
Okay.
All right, there are some issues in this family, to say the least, Al. So now Dad, who I believe is separated from Mom, is trying to get their oldest daughter, who's been very active on social media, not as active as lawyer Lori on TikTok, though, and has been posting some stuff about the family. He's trying to get her arrested.
Yes. This is a wonderful family. This is like father knows best personified. This really, we question why people can become parents without having some form of like a license or something. I mean, this has come to the point now, you need a license to do everything in this country except be parents. And this is a perfect example why something has to be done. This is absolutely who the heck is charging with robbery of all things, okay, at this situation? This momfluencer is a disaster personified. Kids in a safe, kids in a box. I mean, it's a horrendous situation. I mean, there's something going on here. I don't know if it's global warming or whatever the situation is, but I mean, we are really getting very, very, very like weird with regards to these types of situations. And these poor kids, they're doomed. And that's the part that breaks my heart the most, is that these kids are absolutely doomed. How could they possibly grow up to a normal life when they've been subjected to this type of just horrendous, hideous treatment from the two people they're supposed to trust the most?
And again, this was someone who was a momfluencer, millions of subscribers on YouTube, millions and millions of views, all about the family life. And now this is happening.